Breaking news from Utah. A tragic act of political violence has claimed the life of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Kirk, the founder of Turning Point USA and a leading figure in right-wing politics, was fatally shot while speaking to students and supporters at Utah Valley University. The incident unfolded on Wednesday, September 10, 2025, just after noon. The event was part of Kirk's American Comeback Tour, a series of campus visits across the country, where he often debated students under what he called the Prove Me Wrong tent. Witnesses say the atmosphere at Utah Valley University was energetic but peaceful. Dozens of students had gathered beneath a white canopy, many eager to challenge Kirk's ideas, others simply curious to hear him speak. Moments later, that calm was shattered. According to authorities, at approximately 12:10 p.m., a single shot was fired from a nearby building, roughly 200 yards away. The bullet struck Kirk in the neck. Eyewitnesses described a sudden loud pop, then horror as blood immediately began gushing from the wound. Kirk fell back, collapsing as stunned audience members gasped and screamed. One eyewitness recalled, "I thought at first it was a firework, but then I saw his head fall back, and there was just blood everywhere." People were panicking, ducking, and running. Law enforcement responded rapidly, locking down the campus and surrounding area. A man in a blue shirt was initially taken into custody, sparking speculation that he was the gunman. Hours later, police confirmed that he was not involved and released him. The actual shooter, believed to have fired from long range, remains unidentified. Authorities have not yet released information on the type of weapon used or how the shooter gained access to the building. The news of Kirk's assassination spread rapidly across the country, sparking immediate reaction from leaders on both sides of the political aisle. Former President Donald Trump, a longtime ally of Kirk, called for prayers and demanded swift justice, writing that America must unite against political hatred. Vice President J.D. Vance echoed those sentiments, describing Kirk as a powerful voice for conservative youth. On the other side of the aisle, Democratic leaders, including Kamala Harris and California Governor Gavin Newsom, condemned the shooting in equally strong terms, warning that political violence undermines democracy itself. Across social media, thousands of messages poured in, from supporters and critics alike, many expressing shock at the sheer brazenness of an attack carried out in broad daylight on a college campus. To understand the magnitude of this event, it's important to note who Charlie Kirk was. At just 31 years old, he had already become one of the most recognizable figures in American conservative politics. He founded Turning Point USA in 2012, an organization that quickly grew to influence conservative students nationwide. Kirk was also a frequent commentator on television, a podcaster, and an outspoken supporter of Donald Trump and the MAGA movement. His death leaves a significant void in the conservative activist space and is likely to fuel further debates about security at political events. The assassination of Charlie Kirk marks a grim chapter in America's political landscape. It is a reminder of how fragile the boundary between heated debate and violent extremism can be. As investigations continue and the hunt for the gunmen intensifies, many are left asking, what does this mean for the safety of political discourse in America, and where does the country go from here? For now, one thing is certain. A rising figure in U.S. politics has been silenced in a shocking act of violence. This is a developing story. We'll continue to follow the investigation closely and bring you updates as new information comes in. For more in-depth coverage of breaking events, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Thank you for watching.